his Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Gonna try it, breaks into the open. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Catch in the middle, it's Evans. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Looking for an open area to his left. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, about reels it in down the left side. He's running free down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oh, man, you've got to love this execution if you're an offensive play caller. Watch the QB. He does such a good job buying time, using his eyes. Receiver starts on the right side all the way across the formation. He takes his time, throws a great throw. Receiver makes the catch, does the rest, gets in the end zone for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
And finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Here's a heat. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you want to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it...
He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Texas offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
To the air, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. On a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Graham. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Arkansas. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the...
Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Smith.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Evans. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. Inside the... And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Ohio State 35, Texas 10.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Miller. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Can't get him to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and
turning it on! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Give to the single back. Runs through the tackle. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
They'll run the screen. He is stopped. The line of scrimmage, they'll lose yards on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Great protection, and down the middle it goes.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Off play action. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
On to attempt to try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Appalachian State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start this drive firing. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the
touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go. Base.
Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Let's go.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Got his man to the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking for room. It's Rodgers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He's got him.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route, and they're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Got it in the middle, it's Washington. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open. So throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Going to the ground. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So,
touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
56, Texas. 10, Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got room at the 35. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got
flying down the right side. He's at the touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Kick this one away. Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Rousseau. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Buys a little time. Trying to find his man in the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. Running free. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Flushed out of the pocket. Connection to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Unloads it left. And wings it incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for the big play. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He breaks a tackle. Got the 1st down and more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.